origin is.
The last topic I want to touch on is gain of function. We touched on it in January. You touched on it a little bit today. I know the pandemic has resulted, as I'm sure you're aware, with a rather large debate, and including with the NSABB updating their dangerous research policies surrounding gain of function, P3CO, and dual-use research of concern. Prior to October of 2021, the NIH website listed gain of function as a type of research that modifies a biological agent so that it confers new or enhanced activity to that agent. And the P3CO framework that the U.S. government uses to further regulate a subpart of that research that is more dangerous, specifically that could cause widespread and uncontrolled death or disease in humans. Putting aside what's regulatory, I agree with you. The P3CO definition is regulatory. Are there types of research that could fall under the broad definition but not the P3CO definition?
Well, I believe members on the minority side have mentioned that. Influenza is a gain of function to a virus to make it grow better in eggs. Making an E. coli manufacture insulin is telling the E. coli to do something it wasn't able to do before by mutations. Of course that's the case.
So in kind of the Venn diagram of this research, something could fall under gain of function without falling under further regulation.
I know where you're going and you're not going to get there, but go ahead.
According to EcoHealth's Year 5 progress report, they facilitated an experiment in Wuhan that had 7 mice infected with Wuhan Institute of Virology 1 as the backbone. 5 survived. Then 8 mice were infected with a chimera of WIV1 and the spike from another virus, and 2 survived. In EcoHealth's own words, these results suggest that the pathogenicity of that full-length chimera is higher than others.
Right.
You were asked today, and it was read back to you a little bit, but on May 16th, just a few weeks ago, Ms. Lesko asked Dr. Tabak, did NIH fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology through EcoHealth? And Dr. Tabak answered, if you're speaking about the generic term, yes, we did.
Right.
On May 11th, you were asked a similar question, and you answered the NIH has not ever and does not now fund gain-of-function research at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. I'm going to ask it, and you can answer it how you want to answer it. According to the broad definition of gain-of-function research and the definition Dr. Tabak was testifying pursuant to, did NIAID fund gain-of-function research via EcoHealth in Wuhan?
The broad definition of gain of function, in my mind, is not applicable here and does nothing but confuse the situation. And that is the reason why, after 3 years of deliberation by the bodies, including the NSABB, as well as the national academies, it was decided to make an operative and regulatory definition. If you hearken back to the original broad definition, it does nothing but confuse people. And that's why every time I have mentioned gain of function at the Senate hearing with Senator Paul and the TI, and today, the definition that I use is not my personal definition. It's a codified regulatory and operative definition made by a body that has nothing to do with me.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
I now